And welcome to this edition of the Market Review. It's a brand new week. We bring you developments in the financial and capital market as relates to the economy. Today, Monday, November 16, 2020, our major focus will be the key points from November 12, 2020, Nigeria Stock Exchange Circuit Breaker Protocol activation. Naturally, when you hear circuit breaker, you hear the methods which people take to regulate current flow for electricity, but it's also applicable to the markets. But let's give you an outline of what we'll be discussing today. We'll review the equities market performance for the previous week. We'll now go on to our key points from the November 12th. That's happened on Thursday last week, November 12, 2020, circuit breaker protocol activation by Nigeria Stock Exchange. And we'll go on to the Proshare Research Analysis on stocks listed and delisted during market boom. And of course, today, the National Pension Commission, PENCOM, will be launching the Retirement Savings Account Transfer System. We'll bring you some insights into that. Let's begin with the review of previous week performance in the equities markets. Investors gained 2.10 trillion naira week on week as the NSE ASI inched up by 12.97% to close the week positive in one of the bullish performances of the Nigerian Stock Exchange in the year 2020. Equities market closed Friday on a negative note as the NSE ASI depreciated by minus 0.6% to close at 35,037.46 basis points as against plus 6.23% appreciation recorded previously. Its year-to-date returns currently stood at plus 30.53%. Now let's get on to this very interesting development that occurred last week, Thursday, November 12, 2020, which is the circuit breaker. The Nigeria Stock Exchange triggered a market-wide circuit breaker at 12:55 p.m. on that date when the NSE All-Share Index, NSE ASI, rose beyond the set threshold of 5%, triggering a 30-minute trading halt of all stocks. This was the first time that the circuit breaker had kicked in since its introduction in 2016. As stated by the NSE, the circuit breaker protocol, which was triggered by the increase of the NSE ASI from 33,268.36 basis points to 34,959.39 basis points, was aimed at preventing the market from volatile trading activities. The market reopened at exactly 1:25 p.m. with a 10-minute intraday auction session before resuming continuous trading to the close of the day at 2:30 p.m. The NSE ASI eventually closed on that date, trading with a record growth of plus 6.23%. To gain further perspective on this, we got the contribution of our regular guest in the market review program, Mr. Charles Fakrogha, who is the Chief Learning Officer for City Code Investment and Trust Limited, who provided context and further insights on the circuit breaker, Nigeria Stock Exchange and equities markets. So taking the text from his contribution, according to him, in various stock markets, a device called a circuit breaker exists to interrupt trading of stock for a certain period when stock prices changes significantly. The purpose of this device is to directly control rapid changes in stock prices and avoid confusion in the market. A circuit breaker is a kind of regulatory measure that is used to temporarily halve trading on an exchange. They are in place to curb panic in the market. They are used both in broad market indexes such as All-Share Index as well as individual securities. However, in Nigeria Stock Exchange is only for the index. Now, how does it work? Circuit breakers work by halting trading for a period of time if prices sharply change above or minutes, say 30 minutes in the Nigeria Stock Exchange. This is to give traders and investors the ability to understand what is happening in the market, consume the information, and make decisions based on market conditions. Have there been similar events or developments that occurred around this kind of activity? According to Mr. Charles Fakrogha, yes. Trading has been halted in the US on October 27, 2008 during the global financial crisis, which saw the PSE index falling to 10.33%. Also recently on March 12, 2020, as a result of the uncertainty caused by the coronavirus pandemic. Now, what are the benefits of the circuit breaker? Charles Fakrogha, in his text write-up, says its first benefit is to guard against sharp fluctuations in the markets. Second benefit is to maintain an orderly, efficient, and fair, transparent market. Third benefit is to allow liquidity to reaggregate. The fourth is to allow traders and investors to understand what is happening in the market. And the fifth is to consume the information in the market before taking informed decisions, while the sixth is to help to restore calm and even build confidence in the markets, which everybody always wants to have, considering how uncertainty can affect the market. What are the lessons from the circuit breaker development? The circuit breaker, according to Mr. Fakrogha, did it actually reduce the volatility when the markets resumed? That's the first question he raises. This has to be looked into by the regulators and operators. The second question he raises is, was the pressure buying halted? His answer is no. So what is the use of the circuit breaker? He goes on to say that the interruption unacceptably interfered with efficient pricing. That's the big question. Also, what are the key points for the Nigerian stock market regulators? He believes that the stock market regulators should learn from China, where the circuit breaker was triggered after $5 trillion worth of stock routes in 2015 came up in a bid to contain the turmoil. It worsened the situation and led to further panic selling. Those are learning points and things to take into consideration from this circuit breaker experience of November 12, 2020. And those excerpts are from Mr. Charles Fakrogha, Chief Learning Officer, City Code Trust Investment Limited. From the stable of Proshare Research, we bring you very interesting, rich insight, historical, but of course, current developments in the markets. Stocks that were listed during the market boom now have faced a delisting experience. When we had the banking consolidation of 2004-2005 and the market boom witnessed huge development and, of course, surge before the financial crisis of 2008-2009, the Nigerian stock market witnessed the listing of more equities than ever before. Between 2004 and 2016, market witnessed a lot of IPOs. In 2007, 12 stocks were listed, and 2 out of those stocks have been delisted. Available data on the stocks listed in 2008 reflected that there were 5 in numbers, and the whole 5 have currently been delisted. The 5 delisted stocks in the 2008 era were the Dangote Flour, which now have been delisted in November 2019, MTI PLC, delisted in May 2017, Investment and Allied Insurance, delisted in May 2016, Starcoms PLC, Telco, delisted in November 2014, and Nigerian Bag Manufacturing PLC, delisted in April 2013. The highest number of stocks listed within this period was recorded in 2009. During this period, 14 stocks were listed, and 5 out of such stocks have been delisted. In a nutshell, according to Proshare Research, almost half of the stocks listed between 2004 and 2012 have been delisted, as 20 out of the 42 stocks listed have been delisted. If you want to get further insight on all this information around the listed, delisted stocks and other developments in the market, regulatory activities, defaulters and all that, you can go to www.ProShareNG.com and log on to our website, get the further updates on our market space and reports. Also, you can follow at the Analyst NG to get all these insights on market developments powered by Proshare. And today will be another significant day in the financial markets, as the National Pension Commission will take a bold step. In a statement earlier, it informed all stakeholders and general public that the retirement savings account holders under the contributory pension scheme that the Commission has concluded its arrangements for the takeoff of the RSA transfers. Accordingly, RSA holders may transfer their accounts from one pension fund administrator to another once in a year, in line with the Section 13 of the Pension Reform Act 2014. The launch date for the RSA transfer system is scheduled for today, Monday, 16th November 2020. This will signify the official opening of the RSA transfer window. Prior to this launch, the Commission has successfully developed the RSA transfer application, a robust electronic platform that will enable seamless RSA transfers. In addition, the Commission had conducted extensive workshops for licensed pension operators and state pension bureaus in readiness for this epoch-making event that is going to really shape the financial markets. We want to thank our viewers for continuing to follow us on updates and developments in the market review program. Like we said, any view, development, or concern you have around markets that needs clarifications, you can send those comments to research@proshareng.com, send it to research@proshareng.com or news@proshareng.com. We'll be willing to respond to you appropriately. Don't forget that Proshare, Nigeria's leading financial information hub, has rich content and information for you covering developments in the market. Just like we told you last week, there was this big development around the activation of Nigeria Stock Exchange circuit breaker that, of course, last time it happened was in since it was activated was 2016, but had to come in. We've explained to you the key reasons from an analyst perspective of why it happened, the benefits and the lessons, and those are the things we provide for you. Inside perspective to market developments that occur every day. So log on to our website, www.proshareng.com. You get all the rich content analysis, and of course our analyst page, very rich, gives you all the updates, latest development, latest actions, latest regulatory steps. All the developments around the capital market are well captured on our website. Go to markets, we have the equities, the commodities, the fixed income. All developments in those market spaces are well captured and covered for you with very rich content from related partners who also cover the market effectively because of the credibility of the information we provide. As you know, information in the market is very critical. It empowers you to make the wise and informed investment decision. And we know that in a time where we see plethora of platforms, digital platforms that seek to give you huge returns but are not registered by our regulators, it is very important for you to gain insight from information hubs like Proshare to make that right decision and not put your money where it's in a risky path. That's what we do here, and that's what we continue to do every 10 a.m. as we discuss around the market developments from the equities to the fixed income to the commodities, even down to the unlisted OTC markets. We cover them for you, giving you robust insight and analysis. And that'll be all for today's edition of the Market Review. You can visit our website to get all this rich information. Like I said earlier, www.proshareng.com. Also connect to our social media platforms at Twitter at ProshareNG, at the Analyst NG, and also in terms of videos and reports at WebTVNG on the Market Review. Once again, please, to all our viewers, please make sure that you get rich information on the market. Reach out to platforms like Proshare or your brokers or dealing members to get the right information before making an investment decision so that your money can put your money to work. Till we come your way again, let's make this happen same time, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and stay safe.